If you pay attention, you'll notice the woman with the all designer everything and the most expensive lifestyle isn't always the most confident woman in the room. And that's because confidence is one of the few things in life money still can't buy. Hi ladies, welcome back to the Feminine Universe. I am so happy to have you here. Whether you're super confident or still building it day by day, we all have moments when we need a quick boost. Maybe you're walking into a room of accomplished people and suddenly feel a little intimidated. Maybe you're second guessing every word during an interview for a job that could change your life. Or maybe you're just scrolling, wondering how someone with the same 24 hours as you always seems to look amazing or run a successful side business or crush it as a mom while you're just trying to make it through the day in one piece. No matter where you're at on your journey, I want to give you a few instant tools you can use in everyday situations to help you reset and tap back into your power. I already have a full video on the channel on building that deep, unshakable confidence over time, but today I'm sharing 4 quick, top-tier confidence tips you can use right now to shift your energy and show up as your most confident self in any situation. If that's something you'd like to have in your back pocket whenever you need it, let's get started. So tip number 1 is resist the urge to prove yourself. A lot of women unknowingly give away their power by trying to prove themselves, whether it's on a date, at work, or in a new social circle. But here's the problem with that. When you're focused on proving yourself, you're putting the other person in a position of authority and you're in the position of seeking their approval. And that instantly shifts the power dynamic. Also, when you're busy trying to impress others, you often forget to observe them. You can get so focused on making sure they like you that you don't even remember to ask yourself if you even like them. Because instead of observing, assessing, or connecting, you're performing. For example, I can't tell you how many times I've heard a guy say something like, "I don't like when women wear makeup." And instead of brushing it off as she should, the woman starts explaining, "Well, I only wear it sometimes," or "I don't really wear that much of it." When in reality, the confident response is something simple and detached, like, "To each their own," or "That's nice." Or if you're feeling a little patronizing, something like, "That's cute," or "I love that for you," will do the trick. Choosing to not over-explain and not seeking validation in a moment where someone clearly wants you to communicates so much about you in so few words. You don't need anyone's approval. Same goes for new acquaintances or friendships. You don't need to impress them with name dropping or your luxury purchases. Instead, try talking about your favorite books, movies, or foods and ask about theirs. Focus more on building connection than trying to seem impressive. And even in a job interview, which is a place where you are actually trying to showcase your strengths, the way you frame it can still say a lot about your value. There's a big difference between "Please hire me, I really need a job," and "Here's why I'd be a great asset to this company." Confidence isn't about bending over backwards to be liked. It's about knowing your worth, showing up as your best self, and letting the rest fall into place. In a nutshell, real confidence isn't "I hope they like me." Real confidence is "I'll be fine either way." And when you move through the world with that energy, your presence hits different. Tip number 2, turn jealousy into inspiration. A lot of people assume that confident women never feel jealousy. But the truth is, being confident doesn't mean you don't experience normal human emotions. It just means you manage them differently. So the next time you get that little twinge of envy, like when someone walks into the room and all eyes are on her, don't shame yourself and don't bury it. And definitely don't turn and hate on or start sabotaging the poor girl who's done nothing. Instead, pause and ask yourself, what exactly is triggering me right now? Is it how she carries herself, how prepared she seems, how polished she looks, or how well spoken she is? That feeling is showing you something. It's highlighting a desire within you, something you might want more of in your own life. Let the jealousy teach you, not control you. Because if you pay attention, you'll realize you don't get jealous about everything. There are very specific things that stir up those feelings in you. And by paying attention to those, it can give you a flashing neon light on the things you may want to work on in your own life. Because there are two options. You can either let jealousy drain your confidence and turn you into a hater, or you can use it as a guide to create the to-do list for the life you want. If she looks put together and you don't, maybe it's time to prioritize yourself a little more in the mornings. If she's walking in like she owns the room, maybe it's time to work on how you enter spaces. Is that cute couple really making you sick, or do you just want to be in a happy relationship? Jealousy doesn't have to be your enemy. When you face it with honesty, it can become the best fuel. When you tackle it that way, you'll notice jealousy is something you feel less and less of, and it will be replaced more often with self-awareness, inspiration, and curiosity. And those feelings are much more productive, and they will actually build your confidence instead of breaking it. Tip 3 is don't hide behind the things. Don't hide behind the handbags. Don't hide behind the shoes. Don't hide behind the designer everything. Those things are fun, but they should never be seen as a substitute for building your character, your intellect, or your skills. Because if you pay attention, you'll notice the woman with the all designer everything and the most expensive lifestyle isn't always the most confident woman in the room. And that's because confidence is one of the few things in life that money still can't buy. Like I talked about in my Unshakable Confidence video, confidence is literally trust in your own skills and abilities. And here is the truth, love. Shopping is not a skill. Dining out is not an ability. So just because something feels fun and luxurious doesn't mean it's actually doing anything to build your confidence. Real confidence isn't carried in a product or a brand. It's cultivated through the work you put in every single day. Now, it's fine to like nice things. Lord knows I do. But just remember, those things don't make you. What makes you confident is what you've learned about yourself, what you've built, what you've overcome, what you've done. And what makes you you is your heart, your values, your strength, your voice, and your ideas. Take away the adornments and you're still the same person because you'll still have all those things. And that's what confidence is built on, developing the things that no one can take away. So pamper yourself and live the good life for sure. But don't confuse a polished look with a powerful mindset, because what makes you confident isn't in your closet, it's in your character. And lastly, tip number 4 is accept what's given and take what's owed. One of the easiest ways to shift into a confident mindset and give off confident energy is by accepting things that are given to you and taking what's owed to you. A confident woman knows how to say thank you when she's complimented instead of deflecting it. She can accept credit at work without downplaying her efforts. She knows when to take her days off, and she takes them without guilt because she's earned them. I know all of us know at least one person who brags about the fact that they never take a day off from work like that's a badge of honor. Somewhere along the way, it's like some of us are taught to be endlessly humble or self-sacrificing, or to make life harder on ourselves than it needs to be, as if we're saying, look at me, look how well I can struggle, look how many benefits I don't take. Baby, that is not a flex. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. The truth is, people respect you more when you show that you respect yourself. You're not doing yourself any favors by pretending your wins don't matter. Say thank you. Accept the compliment. Accept the credit. Enjoy the rest. and the rewards. Confidence does not mean arrogance, but it does mean allowing yourself to receive without guilt, especially when you've put in the work. I hope this gave you something you can lean on in those moments when your confidence needs a little boost. Because contrary to popular belief, confidence isn't something you're either born with or not. It's something you can access. Any woman who's willing to do the inner work can build this. And the more you practice standing in your confidence, the more natural it becomes. Until one day you realize those uncertain moments feel so few and far between. So choose confidence over uncertainty, give yourself grace, and remember, you don't have to be perfect to be powerful. You've got this, and I'm rooting for you every step of the way. Until next time, ladies, stay feminine, stay focused, and have fun.